We are finally getting the absolute Justice League, and listen, man, let me tell you something. This comic, it's phenomenal. It's absolutely amazing. I'm not even gonna waste time. Let's jump straight into it. Because what Al Ewing is doing here, this is next level storytelling. The story begins 1951, so the issue opens in 1951 with none other than Hawkman, the Absolute Universe version. He's standing before the House of Un-American Activities Committee, right? The whole McCarthy-era witch hunt scene. And he says, "Gentlemen of the House of Un-American Activities Committee, you called me here to answer certain questions. Well, I've thought long and hard about the answers." He talks about his secret identity, his face, his name, his life, and how he considers them his business. But then he says, sometimes business takes a backseat to pleasure, and it would be a real pleasure to inform on the commie rats nibbling away at this great country. Cold, stone, cold. And just like that, Hawkman flips. It's a chilling intro. This is not your normal DC universe. Enter Absolute Green Arrow. We jump forward to the present day, and that's when we meet Oliver Queen, the Absolute Green Arrow. And bro, I didn't even know this guy existed until now. He's in his arrow cave, practicing his shot. Not quite as perfect as his mainline DC counterpart, but still sharp. He's on the phone, a one-way conversation, talking to Roy Harper. And as they talk, we start to learn some very important things. We meet Jabal Slade, and longtime readers might remember him from Green Lantern/Green Arrow Volume 2, number 76. Back then, he was just a slumlord. But here, in the Absolute Universe, whole different story. Oliver says, "I told you about his island, right? Private flights? It's all kids, Roy. He bought the cops. He bought the courts. The system was built for guys like this." He's basically a Jeffrey Epstein stand-in for this universe, and that's where Oliver breaks. Somebody has to do something, why not me? You can feel it. This is his breaking point. His conscience versus corruption. Roy tries to calm him down, and Oliver snaps back, "Don't tell me to calm down. You can be in or out, but I'm serious. This is the direction I was always headed in." And that's the last we see of him for now. The villains gather. Cut to Hector Hammond. You know him. Classic Green Lantern villain. In the Absolute Universe, though, he's not mutated. No giant head, just a corporate shark. He's meeting with other power players, and he doesn't take Oliver Queen seriously at all. He talks big, sure, but he doesn't want result. He just wants to feel righteous. Nothing feels more righteous than losing. Then he gets invited to a very special meeting. He shows up, and the guy at the door tells him, no phones, no electronics. Hammond throws a fit, but eventually hands it over. When he steps inside, it's like a who's who of the Absolute Universe villain. sAlGhul, Dr. Thawne from the Absolute Flash comics, Veronica Cale filling that Amanda Waller role, Absolute Joker, and more. And immediately the tension in that room is palpable. Hector cracks a joke. Roz shuts him down instantly. This room is not for games. Speak of work or do not speak. Hector fires back. Who do you think you are? I am sAlGhul. If you do not know what that means, be glad and be silent. One of the coldest lines in the whole comic. Veronica Cale's history lesson. Then Veronica Cale steps up and says, "Let's get started." And she takes us through this dark alternate history of the Absolute Universe. 1939, Wesley Dodds, the Sandman, dies under mysterious circumstances. His tech gets stolen, turned into nerve gas that wins the war. 1942, Ted Grant, the Wildcat, framed for murder, becomes a hero, then takes a bribe to stay alive. 1951, Iron Monroe refuses to name names before the McCarthy Committee, gets silenced in a weapons test accident. Cale says 3 out of 100 examples throughout history. Individuals who acted outside the status quo in the system dealt with them. Who remembers them now? Then she says, and so it goes. And so it has always gone. Until now. The Gateway events. She starts connecting the dots. Gateway City, the so-called Gateway event. First, the Tetraed, a monstrous being. Second, the arrival of Absolute Wonder Woman, straight from hell. She deafened a city. She became a Gorgon. She turned the creature to stone, then destroyed it with one punch. She took command of troops. Based on what? Mind control? Her tone? Why was she not arrested? Then, reports come in of another being in Brazil. Absolute Superman, melting tanks with his eyes. And another in Gotham. Absolute Batman, who isn't a billionaire this time. He's a construction worker. He literally builds his gear into the city itself. And then Cale drops the point. He didn't take the money. Unlike Wildcat, Batman didn't sell out. The world out of balance. Cale says, these beings, they don't just break physics, they break order. They make a mockery of hierarchy. Soldiers disobeying orders, police refusing to fire. If we allow this to continue, they will tear the world apart. That's when she makes her pitch. We must unite our resources, work together, or the world as we know it ends. But Hector Hammond laughs. No sale. You're just shaking the begging bowl, honey. People like us always handle people like them. And that's when sAlGhul says, I think you do need help. He gives a signal. They call in Hawkman, who walks in holding the dead body of Oliver Queen. Brother, questions? Hawkman says, and Roz just adds, that's how we solve problems. Not in a month, in a day chill. The birth of the League. Thawne asks, so is this a threat? A demonstration? Cale replies, call it a demonstration. What power can do for money and what money can do for power. Then Joker stands up, and when he speaks, everyone shuts up. I'm going to share something from my laboratories. Proprietary information. If this leaves this room, I will take it personally. Even Brainiac, who's watching through sAlGhul's glasses, just says, duly noted. And Joker begins, you've heard of the Higgs boson. The God particle? They're wrong. We found the true end of the search, the Omega particle. He explains that it's a moral force, that the universe itself trends toward order. Water flows downhill. The rich get richer. The poor get poorer. This is not chance. It's design. And then he hits them with this. If spoiled anarchists like the late Mr. Queen stand against that order, that is injustice. And injustice must be fought. Chaos must be fought. And how can we fail? God is on our side. Then he raises his glass. A toast to an ordered world. To our Justice League, boom. That's their name. The villains are the Justice League. Brainiac's observation. Meanwhile, Brainiac is watching everything through Mirror Master's tech. Fascinating data, he says, and without your methods, I could not have acquired it. Thank you, Mirror Master, Mirror Master's like, I didn't come for thanks. I want to know how it all connects. In this world and my mirror world, Brainiac says, balance suits my goals. Hammond balances Roz. Thawne balances Cale. But the one who never jokes, the Joker, we must reflect him, negate him. For that, we'll need one more member. The final reveal, absolute Lex Luthor. We cut to a man sitting at home sipping tea at sunset. It's a wonderful life, isn't it? He says to his partner, Dora. He talks about how he used to envy others, their power, their looks, but now he feels at peace. Then his phone rings. He smiled. No rest for the wicked. He says, this is Lex Luthor speaking. How can I help? And that's how the comic ends. We are finally getting absolute Lex Luthor, and I'm telling you right now, this is going to be massive. Quantum Judgment. Guys, this comic is insane. Al Ewing is crafting something truly special here. A grounded, terrifying reimagining of the DC universe, where morality itself has physics behind it. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you all in the next one.